I want you to open up your Bibles and go with us to 1 John chapter 4 and verse 7. And therefore life dictates to us something. That when we experience difficult moments in our lives, we find ourselves confronted with a challenge. And life teaches us to write about our story. And we can also take our story that we've experienced, not only write about it, but sing about it. Some time ago, Gladys wrote a song. She didn't say Jesus is the best thing, but as time went along, she learned who was the best thing.
Exactly.
So life shapes our experiences, and our songs are filled with experiences of things that have taken place in our lives. I don't shun or discard all rap, because some rap songs are based on personal experiences. I don't like the cussing.
That's it.
I don't like profanity. But if you take a moment to listen to some of the songs that many of these musical artists have written, they speak volumes to the experiences that they have had in their lives. The ups and the downs, living in the hood and not having any money, trying to make ends meet. And this song, Tina wrote, what's love have to do with? Because when I think about love, I think it'd be something special. I think it'd be something wonderful, something that we all look to attain, someone that we all look to be a part of our lives. And I tell you, we don't tell each other enough how much we love each other. We don't tell our husbands and wives enough. We don't speak to each other enough. We don't tell our children enough how much we love each other, how much love is what keeps us going. But Tina, somewhere along the line, lost that connection of what true love is. She lost that realization of what true love is because life taught her that love ain't got nothing to do with it. But here we are. She wrote this song based on her experience. You would think that boy meets girl, that there's some love going on. And boy meets girl, the attraction, the pulse of their hearts, the beating, the quiver in their bone, the sugar in their coffee.
All right. Hey, go ahead.
When people meet each other and they say to each other, I love you, you love me, it's fresh, it's wonderful, it's great, it's heavenly, it's magical, it's special. And when that thing takes place between them and they share that kind of love and experience, you don't ever want it to end. I need to get some amens like right in
Go
there.
ahead, go ahead.
I mean, if I, you see my notes, you just put some amens in that point.
Amen, Pastor. Amen.
You don't want it to end. How many of you want to begin with love but not end in love? How many of you want to love all your life?
All right.
You can raise your hands like right there. like right there. You can raise them up. Okay. All right, thank you. We want love to transpire all of our lives. We want to be loved. How many in here don't want to be loved? I want to be loved.
Amen.
I'm short, but don't you love me for my shortness?
Amen. Amen.
We all want to be loved.
Amen.
We all want to be appreciated.
That's right.
We can be appreciated. We can be loved. But we have to be dedicated.
Amen.
Sometimes life is funny. It'll make you say some things and do some things. When you love folk, you got to be careful what you say when you love somebody, because when you say the wrong thing, you can't get it back.
All right.
get it back, you lose it. It's gone. Love is the fruit of the Spirit. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit. It's evidence of your relationship, not your religion. There are 4 types of love I want you to remember today. 4 types of love, real quickly. Those 4 types are the Greek mythology, meaning for love. And there are more than 4.
Amen.
There are more than 4, but here's the 4 I want to mention to you today. The first type of love, based on Greek mythology, is philia. 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 Philia is friendship love. The love I have for a friend. Friends fellowship with each other. They have philia type love. Philia. Between friends. Then there's another type of love called storge, or some people call it sturgo or sturgi. It's the love of a husband has for his wife, love a wife has for a husband, special kind of love wife and husband have for their children. That's the Greek mythology for word for marriage love or family love. But there's another one, a lot of us get confused, it's called eros.
Oh, yeah.
Eros.
Yes, sir.
And some of you have seen the word erotic. You can say amen right there too. It's okay. If someone is erotic, eros refers to physical love. Oh, she's so fine. Love that speaks to the body. Beauty. She looks good. He looks good. He built. He's up bread. I grew up on that. Y'all don't know that. I grew up on that. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. I get so freaking I lose all control. That's real song. Ooh, I fall in love so many times. I don't know what they're singing now. Because the other day, one day they were singing about a frog, and they were singing about a peanut butter sandwich. And, I mean, I can't get it. But you give me some Barry White and some Teddy Pendergrass and some Luther. I can't get it right on Lil Wayne. Eros. Eros. Marry a person because of how they look. That's Eros.
Sure will.
And so many people marry by how someone looks. You better marry by how they act. You can't keep folk. You got philia. You got sturge, a storge. I've heard someone say sturgo, and I don't agree with that pronunciation. But there's a 4th type love.
Except Pastor, come on now.
That you cannot obtain by yourself. That 4th type love, you can't get it by just saying you got love.
Yes, sir.
is real love. It's godly love. It's a love that I pray the Lord will give me, because there are some folk that makes me It's a kind of love that God teaches us. And over time, when we could not love someone, God teaches us how to love the unlovable.
Amen.
It is a love that comes from God. I'm telling you the truth right now. If it wasn't for agape love, I'd be mad at half of y'all right now. Just say the wrong thing to me. But that special love that comes from God, because I'm human, it's not just me.
That's right. That's right.
We all are human.
That's right.
I'm here fulfilling a responsibility as pastor, but I make mistakes too. We all are human. We all do the wrong thing and say the wrong thing and think the wrong thing. But if it were not for God, God helps us to handle our mind, our thoughts. But the Bible says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. In other words, when I want to get mad, the Holy Spirit said, John, calm down. Because this thing ain't about you, it's about God. Let me tell you something, I want you to hear me good. God is doing his thing in Mount Olive right now. Whether it's good or bad, I trust God to do it all. No matter what it is, you may not understand it, but I trust God. When things happen unusual, when things mess with your mind, when things happen in a way that you don't understand why they happen, why they do it, God got a reason. I just believe that there's a reason for everything that happens in our lives, whether it's on the job, whether it's in our home, whether it's in the streets. God got a reason. So if you think for a moment about the love of God, God protects us when we don't even know he's protecting us. He's watching over us when we don't know he's watching over us. He is making a way when we don't know he's making a way. And you may not realize it this morning, but that in itself is the love of God. So here we are. Eros, Philia, and Storge. Agape love. Three things I want to give you, I'm going to let you go. Number one, learn love. Learn love. Learn love. I just kind of touched on it a little bit just a minute ago. That you have to learn how to love.
Yes.
You have to learn how to love. And Ephesians 4:2 says, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another, loving one another. Two boys had never been to town. Two boys had never been to town before. They always lived in the country. Out in the country. They hadn't been to town. And so the daddy took them to town. And while they were in town, the daddy said, boy, let's go. I'm going to run this store a minute. And I want you to kind of stay here till I get back. And while they were in town, Daddy was in the store. The boys saw a girl walking down the street. And the boys, when the daddy come out, said, Daddy, what's that? Daddy said, that's a young girl. He said, oh. We saw another one walking down the street. Said, Daddy, what's that? She looked a little different. She was pretty. That's a girl. He said, oh, Dad. Oh my goodness, Dad. Give me one of them things. You gotta learn love. You got to learn love. You got to be exposed to it to learn how to love.
That's it.
You got to be exposed to it to learn how to love. And life teaches us how to learn how to love folk. Over time, we learn how to love. And that's what that scripture says. It says, in all humility and gentleness, with patience. With patience. The next part, I'm going to put these two together. With patience, bearing one another, bearing with one another. Y'all see that? With patience, bearing with one another. In other words, while you act up, I got to be patient with your foolishness. While you cut the food. I'm not talking about act up, ACT. I'm talking about act up. AUCK. Act up. I got to be patient. I can't react. I can't cuss you out for. I can't I can't act all crazy. Love, you know how they are. You know how they've been. You got a track record for them. You know how they cut up in church. You know it. You've seen them do it before. Why are you acting all new?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Make it plain. That's it.
Don't be surprised when folk act crazy. You've seen them do it.
Don't be crazy. That's right.
Okay? I'm almost there. You got to learn love. Ephesians 4:2. Second thing I want you to write down and remember. You got to deliver love. 1 Peter 4:8. You got to deliver love. 1 Peter 4:8 says, above all, love each other deeply. Because love covers a multitude of sins. Oh my God. Love covers a multitude of sins. In other words, what I've got to do, I got to deliver love to you and hide in my eyes what you're doing wrong. If I see it, I gotta ignore it. I gotta love you anyway. And if you want me to tell you, I can tell you you're wrong, but I can't stop loving you even though you're wrong. Are you listening to me? I got to deliver love. I got to love you deeply because love covers a multitude of sins. And I keep asking the Lord, I got to love him anyhow. He said, yeah, because I love you. You got to love them because I love you. I covered your sins. I threw away your sins as far as the east is from the west. I got rid of your stuff when you got saved. Now why in the world, if I got rid of yours, why you gonna keep bringing theirs up?
That's it.
What's love got to do with it? It's got everything.
Everything.
You got to deliver love, you got to learn love. And then you got to live love. You got to learn love, you got to deliver love, you got to live love. And it must not be sporadic. It must not be impromptu. It has to be constant. It has to be consistent. It has to be every day. You got to love folk regardless of how they treat you, where they take you, what they do to you. You can't stop middle of the road and say, I'm through with this. You got to love them anyway and keep on going because I'm trying to tell you, you are not here working for me. And you are not here working for the church members. You are not here serving for the mayor or the city council or the civic organization or the sorority or the fraternity. You are working for God. It's what you do for God that counts, not what I do for others. There are times when people will never notice some of the things that I do as a pastor. Because some of you think that all I do is stand here and preach on Sunday morning. That's all we pay him, to preach on Sunday morning? There are people in this church that do things that sometimes go unnoticed. It's love. When you love something, you're going to support it. Love is where your heart is. Where's your heart? Where's your treasure? So living love, learn love. A man and a woman who've been married 40 years, much younger, much less than Charlie and Charles and his wife. Husband and wife, Married 40 years, and when they were first married, they used to coat, you know, and sit under. He had a truck. And she would sit under him, under his arms in that truck. How many of y'all see an old Ford truck with a big steering wheel about this wide? Big steering wheel. I mean, they thin, it hurt your hand to even turn. Didn't have no power steering. How many of you ever experienced a car without power steering? Quite a few.
Ain't no fun.
It's not fun trying to turn a no power steering car. You know, but she used to, in that big Ford, sit under him, under his arms. Boy, close up real tight. 40 years later, somebody said they don't make seats like that. Let me tell y'all something. Back then, when you sat in that truck, it was even all the way across. Wasn't no cup holders. Wasn't no armrests. None of that. Well, you just Charles, Mary, get a little closer, Charles. Look, see, Jeff, I said, Mary, get a little closer, Charles, too far away. Let me tell you what they said. The woman sitting next, y'all got it. You almost in his lap. But just don't get it this way. The husband asked the wife asked the husband, said, we used to court, sit close together. You've been married 40 years. What happened? The husband looked at her and said, I didn't move. Some of y'all are right over here. Okay, let me repeat. The husband and wife used to sit close together like this. He was driving. She was sitting on the passenger side. Over time, it's got like this. So the wife asked the husband, we used to sit like this. I gotta break it down for some of you. But now we're sitting like this.
That's right.
She says to him, what happened?
Make it plain, Pastor.
He says to her, I didn't move out of my place. You did.
That's it.
What I'm trying to tell you is this, that if you're going to live love, it got to be lived in love, not just when you start, but when you finish. You hear me, church? Here's another thing I'm going to share with you. I'm done. Love makes us do a couple of things. Love makes us think before we speak. Because what you say with your tongue could be hurtful, could be harsh to someone else. Tina Turner was not only abused physically, but she was abused mentally. Sometimes what you say hurts more than the physical pain. I want to ask you something. We ask a lot, what would Jesus do? But I'd like to ask, what would Jesus do to you this morning? If Jesus was you, how would he be? If you were Jesus, how would you act? Would he act like you or try to get out that body?
Yeah.
Ask yourselves, what would Jesus say? Would he do it? Would he share it? What would he do? You see, I've come to discover that love is what love does. You can't talk love, you got to show it. Are y'all listening to me? There are times when I need a word of love. When I consider this past week of ups and downs, I need a word. When I consider the sickness in my family, sometimes I come to church looking for a healing word. When I think about the loss of a father or a mother, I need a comforting word. When I think about giving up this task of pastoring and preaching, because you got to settle all kinds of this and that, you got to deal with all kinds of personalities and problems and issues with people, I won't give up sometimes. But when I decide to give up, I hear the songwriter saying, "Pass me not, O gentle Savior, hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not." I don't want him to pass me by. When I'm going through stuff in life, I don't want him to pass me by. While others are calling you, I know folk calling on God other than me. But I don't want him to pass me by. Don't leave me by myself. He knows how much I can bear. And let me tell you as I close. Let me tell you that love got everything to do with it. Let me tell you about love. One day I was sinking deep in sin. Y'all are not listening. Not just on the top, but very deeply. Stay within. I almost lost hope. I almost gave up, but the master of the sea, I'm talking about the master, not Reverend Barnes, not Deacon Chappelle, not Sister Meadows, not Reverend Oliver, but the master of the sea heard my despairing cry. He heard me crying and he saw my tears, and he reached way down. Y'all are not listening to me. He reached way down and pulled me up. Love lifted me. Love lifted me. Love lifted me. When nothing else could help. When nothing else could help. When nothing else could help. Love lifted me. I'm so glad I'm not what I used to be. I'm so glad I'm not what I used to be, but I'm not what I ought to be. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Every day, every round goes higher. When I was in an old church, I would hear that old deacon say, "I'm working on a building, and I can't come down." Y'all are worried about that. I'm working on a building. And you got tears in your eyes, you ought to get in a corner somewhere and say, "Lord, have mercy. Have mercy, Lord. Have on that pulpit like this. Somebody told me today, you just like your daddy. You hitting on the pulpit every Sunday. I hear my daddy sing, there's a man at the river. River inside to the I cried mercy. She heard my cry. I cried mercy. She heard my cry. For those who touch her, I'm glad he loves me for me. I'm glad that he loves me just like I am. I'm glad. I'm so glad I got so glad that I got time. Oh, I'm so glad that I got. Oh, oh my Lord. Oh, what shall I? This is how they did it. What shall I? Oh, you are the hush. Come on, church. Come on, help me sing it. Oh, somebody. Come on, church. Oh, the door of the church open. Come on, church. Yeah, somebody. Come on, call him. Come on, call him. Oh, my Lord. You know what? Let me tell you this. Some of you all are drowning in your trouble. You're messed up in your situation. But I want you to know this. Trouble don't last always. Y'all hear me, church? It don't last always. All you gotta do is just weather the storm. If you go with me and weather the storm, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, I promise you. I'm so glad that trouble don't last always. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, that trouble. Oh, I'm so glad. Amen.